You deploy an expensive AI into your internal network. You ask it a critical business question, and instead of delivering insight, it confidently fabricates a complete lie on company time. This failure usually traces back to the AI search identity trap. Many organizations assume AI systems retrieve data using the same keyword matching logic as legacy web portals. But modern AI searches for context, meaning, and relationships across your entire database. This animation shows what happens when your corporate data lacks that relational structure. The AI cannot see how different files relate to one another, so it falls back on inference, blindly guessing the unwritten rules of your business. Relying on inference turns an enterprise AI system from a strategic advantage into an expensive and dangerous liability. The first direct consequence of this blind inference is a severe hallucination on private data. The AI boldly stitches together unrelated company documents to present a false reality. Next comes the latency penalty. The system wastes massive amounts of computational power running these endless probability calculations, trying to guess facts that should have been clearly defined. Finally, this lack of context breaks SQL query joins. The AI links the wrong data tables together, outputting stale insights executives cannot trust. Google issued an explicit warning to developers regarding this exact crisis. Stop forcing your agents to guess the unwritten rules of your business. So you must build the context once. Until a business hard-codes explicit semantics into its back-end data, it remains trapped in a cycle of high latency and compounding errors. The architectural cure for this data chaos is Google Cloud's Knowledge Catalog. Unlike Google's public knowledge graph, this illustrates a strictly private engine for governed corporate estates. The catalog maps internal metadata from BigQuery, Spanner, and SaaS apps into a unified network. It acts as a gatekeeper, guaranteeing AI agents only read authorized data. The Knowledge Catalog operates as the foundational map. It tells your AI agents exactly what data exists and precisely where it resides inside the firewall. But even with a catalog, you hit a micro-level hurdle. Critical business knowledge is heavily fragmented. It lives in internal wikis, complex API documentation, code comments, and developers' heads. Enter the Open Knowledge Format, or OKF. OKF is a standardized file specification, designed to prevent developers from having to build custom API integrations every time they launch a new AI agent. This visual breaks down the dual nature of OKF. The top half uses YAML trunt matter, providing structured, queryable key-value pairs for traditional databases. The bottom half uses Markdown, presenting clean, chunkable text that large language models easily parse. OKF effectively functions as a universal LLM wiki. It is an open standard that makes knowledge exchange completely painless between human workers, traditional databases, and AI agents. We need to address a major industry misconception. Generating a Markdown document inside an AI chat window does not build a knowledge graph. Front-end features, like Anthropic's Claude artifacts, are temporary user interfaces. They are workspaces designed for a human to visually interact with the results of an AI's reasoning during a single session. OKF serves a different purpose. It is a permanent, version-controlled back-end architecture designed specifically for AI data ingestion. They actually collaborate perfectly. You build an OKF architecture in the back-end to feed the AI reliable facts, and then the AI uses UI tools like artifacts on the front end to present its findings to you. Confusing temporary AI output displays with permanent data structure inputs leaves your underlying data a mess, and a messy input guarantees hallucinations. This brings us to the target state of a modern enterprise, a business where context is built once and agents never guess unwritten rules. Google's Gemini Enterprise Deep Research Agent thrives in this highly structured environment. Because the backend is properly organized via private knowledge catalogs and OKF files, this agent can retrieve and synthesize multiple layers of internal information to answer highly complex, multi-step questions. It provides precise citations pointing directly to your internal documents, allowing it to operate entirely free of hallucinations. Competitive advantage in the AI era comes from structuring enterprise information so the machine understands what it sees. Simply purchasing a larger language model won't solve the context problem.